everyone. Welcome again to the Boundless Podcast. I'm in here with Ashley. Hello, Ashley.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Glad to hear it. And I know you're currently at momocon, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes. How has things been going for you so far today?
I've gone to a couple panels, walked around the vendor and artist hall. It's been pretty cool.
Nice.
My first one, so.
First momocon.
Yes, my first momocon.
What would you say about the size of it?
A lot bigger than probably most anime conventions back in Chicago.
Nice. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Have you met up with many other cosplayers that you've met online or made new friends?
I haven't really talked to anybody new, and most of the people that I'm going to meet up with are coming in tonight.
Nice.
So no, not yet.
Nice. So what's the plans for the rest of the day? There's only, for everyone who doesn't know, we're on Eastern Standard Time, so it's about 6:14 p.m. So what do you plan on doing for the rest of the evening?
Well, I am waiting for my one friend to come in, and she's going to be the Roxanne to my match.
Nice.
So we're gonna take some pictures together, and we're just gonna chill and hang out with them.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot. Yeah, for everyone that can't see right now, Ashley's wearing a lovely Max from a Goofy movie cosplay, and yeah, hopefully many of you are old enough to even have seen that movie. So yeah. All right, so I guess we'll start off with some of the most obvious questions, which are, why did you get into cosplay?
I started cosplaying. It was some friends, co-workers at the time, and I was their manager, and they would always take time off to go to conventions, and I would see them, they'd come in and forget something or tell me something, and I was like, oh man, that's really cool. So they invited me, and I went, and I was like, oh my god, I love this is great. Oh, look at all these people, look at their amazing work, this is awesome. And that's kind of, I started really being heavily involved in the community and social media last year. It actually happened after WakandaCon, and it's because it was way more intimate. I like to describe it as it felt like a family reunion more than a convention. And I met all these other cosplayers who were already online, and they had a social media presence, and I was like, you guys are amazing. And they're like, yeah, so are you. And some of them were already following me. I was like, what, me? And so yeah, that's kind of what started my journey.
Gotcha. So what was your very first cosplay?
The very first one was Arumi from Abenobashi Magical Shopping Arcade.
I have never seen that.
It's a very small, obscure, not many people do. There was one person, and that it was my first Anime Central. There was only one person who recognized who I was. So it was not a very popular anime.
So obviously you didn't choose that anime for all the shout outs and I guess essentially publicity you would be getting.
No, it was because I really enjoyed it, and it was funny. And I was like, can you? And it was with my friend who got me into it. And they said they would do it with me, and I was super excited.
Nice. Okay. So what made you go with Max for this for this convention?
I've been on a Goofy movie kick for the past 7 months, and everything has just been Max. I love Max. And it was actually because of the friend I'm meeting tonight. They told me about momocon, and I was like, well, yeah, super dope. I've never been. I want to go. And she's like, yeah. And I was talking about how I wanted to be Max, but I didn't know what convention that I could be Max at, because back home, I had joined all these other groups. And she's like, well, if you go to momocon, I'll be your Roxanne. And I was like, yes. So, yeah, I'll do it. And I actually have another Max cosplay, his Powerline outfit.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that too. So.
Awesome. What is the rest of your lineup for the weekend?
I'm going to be Pink Diamond from Steven Universe, but like a pajama version.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my dad, I'm going to be Chocho. He's going to be Choji.
Oh, Choji from Naruto.
Boruto.
Boruto.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
Because, they made everybody like super lame adults.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That works. So, do you usually buy your cosplays or do you make them?
Well, it depends. Like Max, he's pretty much all bought. Like I bought the sweatshirt, pants, everything. My Pink Diamond, I did make her shorts and stuff. My power line, I completely made it myself. Like everything, the shirt, pants. I didn't make the shoes though. But it really just depends, and it depends like how much I'm really into the character. If I really want to make it from scratch, like I knew like I needed my power line. I needed to make it because I knew I wanted to really do that. But it's also with time and money. Like it's so much cheaper considering time and money for me to have bought a sweatshirt or a hoodie, some white shorts, and thrifted versus trying to go figure out what kind of material do I want these pants made out of and this sweatshirt, and it's just easier to do that. So it really just depends.
Okay, that works too. I have not branched into the field of making cosplays because I'm not that talented yet, so I always buy mine. So yeah, and I probably have a payment coming up for that too anyway. So yeah, I need to get on that.
It's all good.
So I was looking at your Instagram page. For everyone who doesn't know, it's ASHHUHLEE, so Ashhuhle. And you have a good bit of cosplay on there. You have done a lot, yeah. And which one was your favorite?
To like bring to a con or just do for Instagram? Because a lot of those I just did for Instagram.
Let's go with both.
I think to bring to a con, my very first one that I was like super excited that I kind of started making stuff, but not really. It was like a summertime version of Rose Quartz, like with this short skirt. It was like the very first project I did. It was received really well, and I met the voice actor for Steven Universe in it. So that was probably like my favorite one to bring to a con. And then to do on Instagram, it's Max.
Max, definitely Max.
Max, yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so you have like some Thor pictures. You have some. What else do I even recognize on here? I love this picture with the Squirtle. Yeah, definitely check out her Instagram. She's got some really good pictures. I was wondering, so for taking these pictures, do you have like a studio set up, a black screen or a green screen? What do you do?
Most of my pictures are taken in my bedroom. I use it's called banner paper.
Okay.
That you can buy like at a craft store, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. They sell it. It's like the teacher banner paper that they would put on bulletin boards. I tape it to my ceiling. At first, I had my own DIY ring light that I made, but then I actually got a regular ring light and I use my phone, and that's how I take my pictures.
Very nice. Oh, very nice. And
nothing fancy.
Yeah, innovative and cheap. Very nice. So, I guess basically I see your Spinelli. I love that one. That's definitely like a throwback cosplay.
My boyfriend actually was the one who mentioned it. He's like, "Why haven't you done Spinelli? Your name is Ashley, and you own a leather jacket." And I was like, "You're right."
So does your boyfriend also cosplay?
He does not.
Interesting. So that definitely brings me to a very interesting topic, or one I get asked a lot, which is, what's it like to date a non-cosplayer?
At first, it was a little difficult because he didn't understand. And I think that's a lot of it. Like, people just don't understand.
Give us some examples.
Like, he's like, "Why do you want to be a cartoon?" Like that was a legit question he asked. Like, why do you want to be a cartoon? And I was like, it's not that I want to be a cartoon. It's I want to bring that cartoon to life. I don't want to be them. I just want to represent them and like have other people be excited. Like, oh my God, are you that? It's like, yes, I am, and we can talk about it and interact. But at this, like, as time went on, since I did start making a lot more of my own stuff. It became like him just like, oh my God, like, what are you making next? Like, this is great. Like, this is so awesome.
Nice.
I think like some of my Thor edits, I actually did a photo shoot with him and he edited it for me.
Nice.
So that, yeah. So it just, I think definitely like, if they're kind of like hesitant about it at first, like you should have that open communication, like, you know, this is what I'm doing and stuff like that. And but like he's just not interested in like dressing up, which I understand. But I am, and he fully supports me. That's great.
Nice. Has he ever been to any conventions with you?
Not yet, and I don't think he really wants to. But I think like I told him, WakandaCon, he has something already planned, so he can't go this year. But definitely, I think that's a convention that he would enjoy.
Okay.
Because he's not really big into like anime and stuff like that. He just started watching Naruto.
Oh, he's got a long journey ahead of him.
Oh, he's been watching it for the past like 2 or 3 years. He's almost done.
Okay, good. Okay, perfect. So, what is cosplay to you?
I find it like as a means of like interacting and like meeting people that otherwise I probably wouldn't talk to in the street because I don't know them. It's a form of art, like making your stuff, like even like doing makeup and just being able to put everything together. It's a form of art, and it's really awesome, like to see like even other people. And I like supporting other people, like, you know, like my friends. I'm like, yeah, you can do that. I'm so proud of you. What do you need help with? I'll help you. And it's almost like it's a community, and it's a community with people that have the same interests as you.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's definitely like a way to network and just meet others that are like-minded.
Right.
Nice. Okay. So, where do you see yourself going with cosplay? Like, what's your overall goals?
Definitely chasing that social media clout. No, but I want to get more into prop building and makeup, like especially special effects makeup. Like I really enjoy makeup and I love gore and stuff. So that's where I want to go with that, and just sharing my work. And like I would like to get into like the movie scene as a makeup artist. And I feel like with cosplay, it's like an outlet. Like I can just practice, I can do things, I can put it out there for the world to see. So like kind of like a portfolio, like an internet.
Okay. So speaking of chasing that Instagram, Facebook, whatever have you, Tumblr, dream, what have you found to be effective in gaining followers or, you know, getting people to actually visit your page?
That's really funny because I was just thinking about that, like things that I've posted, like what gets the most traction, and it's usually so Roxanne, because I did cosplay Roxanne, and I think it's just like the nostalgic old cartoons like from our youth.
Yes.
So you know, Max, Roxanne, Spinelli, that's usually what definitely gets people like, who is this person? And then follow.
Okay. Yeah, I roughly, if you ever visit my blog, I have a very, very special spot in my heart for all the old school classics. Because I guess, you know, it was my childhood. I mean, every time I see a Spike Siegel from Cowboy Bebop or Rurouni Kenshin, Rurouni Kenshin, or a Vash the Stampede from Trigun, I get so excited because, I mean, a lot of people nowadays, you know, they're into My Hero Academy, they're into Attack on Titan, and they haven't seen any of the things, you know, these Adult Swim classics. So,
exactly.
Yeah, so I get so excited because at the same time, that usually means the person is older in age, the same as So it's
You're not that old.
not that old. I'm 31. I'm 31, so I'm not that old.
No.
Yeah, but it's definitely awesome to see, of course, the throwbacks. So
Hmm.
I guess a bit more serious topic relating to the POC community. I guess just like give me your impressions of it. What do you think about it in its current state?
Um, in regards to the cosplay community as a whole,
Specifically, I guess
or
the
like,
POC cosplay community, not the entire cosplay community, like in regards to like POC groups and POC
mhm,
meetups and things like that.
I think they're fantastic. I love it. Like
Hmm.
that's that's exactly why I got more involved
Mm.
um in social media. It's because I always felt like I I growing up, I was like I was too white to be black and too black to be white, and I was like in this purgatory of like where do I fit in, where do I belong, and I met other POCs and they liked exactly what I like, and I was just so excited. I'm like, oh my god, like we're out there. Where have you been? That's it. Does it really is like a community, and I feel like we're all a community. Like
Hmm.
like especially since like the outside of that, it is a heavily dominated white space.
Hmm.
Um, but to have us like, oh, there's a ton of us. Um, like I was almost in tears at Anime Central. We had a cosplay while black panel. The room was completely full. People had to stand up, and even afterwards, they came up to us and were like, "Hey, like I felt like this was such a great space, and I've always been scared like nobody's gonna take me seriously because they're just gonna be, oh, you're the black this or you're that, and it's like, no, I'm just this character."
Hmm.
And she's
Hmm.
like, I feel like you guys really like they felt empowered, and that's
Hmm.
what I want to do is empower other people to cosplay. It's like F the haters.
Nice,
like
nice. Hmm.
like we can do whatever we want. We can be great. Let us all be great together.
Perfect, perfect. So,
Mhm.
what advice would you give to others? Because I mean, I have definitely found in life that you're never alone. There's always somebody else going through the
Mhm.
exact same thing as you and is feeling the same way. So, what advice would you give to those individuals who maybe felt like the way you did? Like, oh, I'm all alone out here. As you said, I'm too, black to be white, but I'm too white to be black. What advice would you give them?
Definitely try to look for like groups and like Facebook groups and stuff. I don't know if you know about the like there's this really big POC cosplayers Facebook group. Like it's there's people across the seas in the group. Like it's great, and um, use social media to your advantage
Hmm. Hmm.
because you can definitely find you're not alone.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, go to conventions if you see like certain things. Like I saw the Chicago POC cosplayers booth. That's how I met even more people, and just talk to people. They're more than likely they're super nice. They're gonna want to talk to you. They're gonna want to help you out to let you know that you're not alone.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, okay. That definitely works. I've basically experienced the same. Yeah, just open your mouth and speak and don't be shy. And
Hmm.
most of all, don't be creepy and don't be weird. Just,
Yeah, don't do that. I
yes,
had somebody come up to me. I don't know if you've watched Seven Deadly Sins.
I have.
So you know the relationship between Meliodas and Elizabeth.
Yeah, and that
Yeah, I was
not really a
dressed as
relationship.
Elizabeth. Well, yeah, but you know what's going on here.
Yeah.
And I was dressed as Elizabeth, and I had somebody kind of be creepy about being Meliodas, and I was like, "Oh, no, thanks. Don't. I don't want you up my skirt." I'm like, "No." I'm walked
Yeah,
away.
yeah, and I definitely it's a big problem at at conventions and across all communities and all races. It's just like the whole
Hmm.
don't take things too far. I mean, I know it may be in good fun for you and you may be just trying to act out some scenes from the actual anime, but you have to sometimes stop and realize, okay, it's acceptable in a cartoon world, in real life, it's 25 to life. So
Right.
yeah, so definitely. So how many other like POC cosplayers have you met from the group that you're just meeting up with at this convention? 'Cause I know you said you were meeting up with some friends that you have met at previous cons, or just from online, the online community. How many other people have you met that you're meeting up with?
None from the actual POC cosplayers group.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one other person from the Chicago POC cosplayers group that I know is going to be here, and I have not met up with them yet because I don't think they're going to be here until tonight.
Okay.
But not too many.
Not too many.
And there are some, but I haven't like actively hit them up in their DMs like, hey, where are you at? Let's find each other. So like we have like, yeah, let's meet up, and then you know how that goes, and you just like you get busy and you're just like, yeah, I didn't meet up this person.
Yep, then you get sidetracked. I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be there tomorrow. You better not do that for our shoot because I do pictures, so you better not go missing.
I won't go missing.
Yeah, I definitely plan on tagging everyone. Just to make sure we all get up together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so tell me what your ideas or your spiel on basically if you want to approach somebody of the opposite sex or same sex, whatever have you, at the convention.
One, don't be creepy, like you said. You could be like, hey, like especially if you see them cosplaying and it's something you like or you can start off by talking about that. Like, what are your plans? What are you doing? Like, don't get super creepy about it, but kind of like small talk, like with anything. Like if you were in a bar or something, approach them. I don't want to say that. Let me rephrase that. Okay. Say you were like on the street and you're approaching somebody, like, but this time you actually do have, there's common ground if they're cosplaying or have a shirt or eat a bag with something that they love, and you can actually talk about that. There's that basis there, so it should be easier. But yeah, because I haven't approached anybody because I have a boyfriend, so I don't know too much. But from that, and I'm usually like with a big group of friends, and I feel like a lot of people are intimidated, so they don't really approach me. But if they did, I would hope that they would do it nicely and be like, hey, what's your Instagram? Or, talk to them afterwards. Like, you don't need to be like, maybe my girlfriend or boyfriend, like right there. You need to get to know, get to know them.
Yeah, just don't approach them on one knee in a ring as soon as you meet them, pretty much.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. So give me your best cosplay pickup line if you were approaching a dude.
Oh, God. No, see, that's really bad because I would like equate myself, like how I am in real life, to your typical anime perv. So I would just use some awful pickup line. And I would probably use it as a joke, like, no, I don't really want you to do the thing that I just said,
but use it as an icebreaker.
Right.
Gotcha. Have you ever had any used on you? I know you said a lot of guys don't approach you because you're in groups, but has anyone ever, even outside of the convention, tried to use a pickup line?
No, it was just the whole like, oh, when I'm Heliotis, hopefully I can look up your skirt. And I was just like, what?
Gotcha, yeah. Extremely creepy and extremely odd.
I was like, no thanks. And then I kind of just turned around and walked away.
Gotcha, okay. So, returning back again to the whole POC community and the idea of cosplaying as a POC member, do you find it difficult to find cosplays that tailor to your ideas or your body style or your, is in line with your thought process?
That are store-bought?
Yeah, that are store-bought.
Usually, the problem comes with wigs.
Okay.
A lot of the times, I don't want just like some typical straight-haired version. Like the canon version is usually like straight hair, and a lot of animes. Like I don't like that. Like my Laura, I made a box braid wig. I did that myself.
Oh, nice.
As you can, well, they can't see, but you can see that I'm using my natural hair for Max. I didn't want to use a wig. That's usually like the problems that I have. But like as far as like bought costume, it's like the typical. I'm buying a costume that was made overseas, and the sizes are like some crazy size, and I have to, I have to buy like a 3XL, and I'm really like a medium, and that's the sizing is the problem. But as far as style, because I typically won't stray too far from the canon version, and if I do, it might just be like something small. I don't really have a problem with it. But for last year, my dad was Zuri from Black Panther.
Yeah.
I, for the life of me, could not find that whatever purple thing they did. That purple it looked like it was like rags and like strings, and I was having a problem with that. I found some African print stuff online, but I literally just Googled, because I passed by this African store that sells like legit like African fabrics and stuff, not too far from my house, and I want to go there. There's another cosplay that he's doing. I forgot. I do want to go there and find stuff to make his costume with. But like I couldn't go online and be like, let me go look up this thing and find it, because it's not there.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So which sites do you usually use when you are trying to find these things?
Amazon. Amazon. There's Mick Costumes. I find Mick Costumes. They do run. Their sizes are kind of weird. They may be like fit my body because I am thicker, but I have to get it bigger. But then that also means like the limbs are like super long. My legs are not this long, and I'll have to end up tailoring it. But they're really good because they usually I find that site's like really good for like a beginning cosplayer who's like, I want to do this character and I want like everything. Because I know with my Laura, it gave you like her little arm thing, her little side thing. You got the full suit, headband, earrings. Like you pretty much only need to do your makeup and your wig. That's all you really needed to do with that costume. It gave you everything you needed. And I find that that's how a lot of their costumes are. They have almost everything you need. If you're like a beginner and you don't want to make anything, that's really good.
Okay, gotcha. I don't think I've checked out that specific cosplay site. I've definitely looked at Easy Cosplay and Amazon, and I think Right Stuff Anime, but that's about it. So I'll definitely have to check that one out. So speaking of, how do you save money, or how do you budget, and what do you do to make your money for cosplay?
Right now, I am not making any money with cosplay. I do not. I see a lot of people doing it. It's mostly me. Like I know a lot of people ask for like coffee donations. I did ask one time for coffee donations, and I gave prints of myself. But I always feel like kind of weird, like giving away my picture. Like, who wants this picture of me? Like, what? There's that. If I know it's going to be like a closet cosplay, I will try to go to thrift stores. But definitely, if you're going to thrift stores, do not do it like the week of the convention. You need to give yourself some time, because more than likely, they're not going to have it right away. You also need to pick things that are in season. Like I was trying to find a white hoodie for Max, but it was already warm out. So the thrift stores aren't going to have hoodies anymore.
Of course.
That was also good too. An old high school classmate of mine was like, "Hey, I can hook you up with this hoodie for $10."
Nice,
like,
very nice.
a hoodie for $10. So I put it on social media, so you can ask around on social media, like, "Hey, does anybody know who's selling this?" Or "I need this. Does anybody know a cheap place where I can get it from?" If you're making your cosplay, you can also thrift your fabrics. I've been doing that too. I'd like to buy curtains or sheets and stuff, and you can, especially if they're white, you can dye it yourself and make it any color you want. That's a good option. Definitely check out like local fabric stores. They'll usually be cheaper than like Joann's.
Yep.
Yeah, than Joann, and they'll have like the longer bolts that are like, I want to say like 5 feet, 6 feet wide versus like the standard 3 or 4 that's at Joann's. And you're just like, I got this skinny little piece, and yeah. Because I only know of one fabric store in Chicago. That's like my go-to fabric store. When I know I can find stuff cheaper than I would at Joann's.
Okay. That works. All right. So on topic with the whole photos and everything, what is your take on lewds and cosplayers that do them, such as, Jessica Nigiri?
I honestly think that lewds are totally fine for the internet. I think they're fine for conventions where there's not going to be very many kids. But like if it's a family-friendly convention, it's like geared towards families. Like I don't think like you should be doing that around children. But other than that, like it's your body. Do what you want. Like there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know like that's a very large, a huge debatable topic that a lot of people, go back and forth with because they're saying, "Oh, you're just posting nudes, you're not actually doing cosplay," or vice versa. So, yeah.
And I find an example is like K-Bear cosplay. She does post like a lot of lewds, but at cons, like she has like legit full costumes that are amazing. And I don't think that the people who are saying those things, they don't realize that a lot of these cosplayers who are doing that, like that, they're just doing that for their online presence.
Gotcha.
But like at cons, like they're actually really awesome cosplayers. Like I mean, they are awesome doing lewds, but like the craftsmanship of their work exceeds just lewds.
Gotcha. So they're one person at the convention and they're kind of like another person online and just, maybe doing what they have to do, online or whatever. Or just doing what they enjoy, not even doing what they have to do, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think, what is your take on cosplay photographers? Like what has been your experience with them?
I can't afford them. A lot of my photography is either my boyfriend, my friend, or myself. I would like to do that more, but I also know that it costs. That's a cost. And like you guys are doing work, so I'm going to want to pay you for your time. I just can't afford to pay you for your time.
Yeah.
So I haven't had too much experience. I had my first hired photographer was my Todoroki. I did that at C2E2. I realized that I'm very awkward with other people. If I can't see my face, I need a lot of direction. And I just think it's because most of my pictures I do myself. I'm able to just see what I'm doing. But if you direct me in the right direction, I can do it. But other than that, I'm just like, kind of start disassociating. I'm just there, and that's what was happening. I think one of my pictures, you could see that I had a blank stare because I just started disassociating. I'm just like, I'm just here. Let's take this picture. Are we done yet?
Gotcha. And I know that's usually the case for most cosplayers. Being, like I said, a cosplay photographer myself, I know most people can't afford it, or even most aren't willing to fork out the cash for it. So that's why I actually do donation shoots. So basically, whatever you can afford, like $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever. Because at the end of the day, I really just want to get the pictures. So that's what I mostly care about.
That's super awesome.
Yeah, I just like to see, I'm posting people's pictures from conventions on my Instagram page, and like, oh, hey, that's me. I love that emotional response they give because I guess they I like not that I'm anyone big in the cosplay world, but hey, if I can make if I can post it on my little site and get a little bit more attention, I'm glad to help that out. So nice. So do you ever wear contacts with any of your cosplays?
I do.
You do?
I have a ton of contacts.
Nice. So yeah, I see you're wearing glasses right now, and personally yeah, personally, like, I don't wear any glasses, and I've never worn contacts. And I've always wanted to try contacts, but I'm absolutely terrified of sticking anything in my eye. So, what do what advice can you give on that?
If you are absolutely terrified, don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it. Like, you don't need it. Like, yeah, you may think that your costume looks better, but if you're just doing it for, like, the internet, you can always edit your pictures. But, like, you don't need to have contacts. I love contacts because I just love, like, the different effects they give. But like you said, I am a glasses wearer, which means more than likely I've worn contacts. And I used to wear contacts. I'm just really lazy. So I don't wear them every day. And I don't own clear contacts. All my contacts I have are cosplay contacts. So that's why I'm not wearing any with Max. I was just like, I'll just walk around and not see anybody. Hopefully they see me. But like, if you're like terrified of it, you're not gonna have fun trying to do it. And definitely, if you want to get into it, go to your doctor. They have people there. Like, if you get it in and you freak out, they have people there that are trained to be able to take it out of your eye for you.
Okay. Never even considered that. Yeah, because I've definitely talked to other people who have that same phobia, because you're like, oh man, I think my cosplay would looks so good with Sharingan eyes, or with what is Neji's ability? I can't Byakugan, eyes. And I'm like, yeah, I think so too, but I'm not putting anything in my eyes. So yeah, I'm not going blind for cosplay. So
yeah, because you can. I mean, if you don't, definitely you need to know how to wear it, because you shouldn't be putting ripped contacts in your eye. Definitely need to have clean hands. Sometimes they can be turned inside out. That really hurts. I've done it before, and I'm just like, oh, what is going on? And I have to sit there, like, try to keep my eye open to take it out. So yeah, definitely I would go to your optometrist. That's what they're called. And yes, and they can help you out with putting like basic contacts in. Because also too, don't be buying contacts from not legit places. Most places you need to have a prescription. Because that could be dangerous. Like, there could be chemicals that aren't approved in the U.S. that are in there, and you can go blind or something, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, we want you to keep the vision that you have.
Exactly. All right. So, being at momocon right now, I can't help but think, what is some of the craziest con stories that have ever happened? You're just walking and you're like, what the hell did I just see? Or what the hell just happened?
Oh gosh. I don't think I can remember. Because this is also my first out-of-state con. Most of the conventions I go to are in Chicago. And I really, like, I have blinders on also when I walk around. Like, especially if I'm by myself, I'm just like, I'm focused on where I need to go, and I'm not looking at anything around me, what's going on. I really can't think of, like, what's a crazy thing.
Well, I'll give maybe my jog some memories. I remember I was at a convention, and it was a very, very long time ago. What is the name of that game? With the huge ball, and it like rolls around and it picks everything up as it rolls.
Okay.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know.
Oh yeah. It's really, really bothering me. I think it was Katamari. I think that was the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. But anyways, long story short, there was this guy. I guess he wasn't cosplaying, but he brought the ball as his cosplay, and he was rolling it around. And I was sitting in this panel, and I just hear. I mean, it sounds like a stampede is coming down the hall, and all I see, the doors are open, and I see this huge ball just roll by. I mean, this ball must have been about 10 feet wide, and 10 feet high, and it just rolls by, and there's just like a flock of people chasing it, and there's like one guy out in front, like throwing paper, and it was like acting like it was picking up the paper, and I was just like, maybe 50, 60 people run by, and I was like, what did I just watch? What was that? Yeah,
what is happening?
What just happened? I remember the whole panel stopped. Everyone was just like confused for about 5 seconds, and they were like, "Yeah." Anyway, so as I was saying, so yeah, that was the craziest con experience I do remember. So, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like the most memories I have are con funk. That's
Yes, please take care to practice good hygiene at all conventions, everyone listening.
Yes, please.
Yes.
I went because ASIN has like their little raves, and I was with a friend, and we were in the back, and it was totally fine. And I was like, I kind of want to go closer to the stage, and I couldn't get close at all because it was real bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there should be more panels dedicated to just hygiene and bodily care. Because,
Yes.
I know I've done a few shoots where I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, like, what's going on, man?
Use anything, like,
yeah.
You can't smell that?
I mean, if you thought you were going to talk to anyone after this, just shut all those ideas down. Just, go home immediately. So, all right. I'm trying to think. I think we've covered most things that I can think of. Is there anything you wanted to comment on or anything you wanted to say?
No, not that I can think of.
No? Will you be going to is there a rave tonight?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like this place is so big, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is bigger than, like, the biggest convention we have is C2E2, but like everything's like just in one space, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this is like such a huge space.
Mm-hmm.
I am not used to this. So it's definitely a new experience for me.
Gotcha. Do you think you'll be coming back next year?
Yes.
Definitely. So this gets the Ashhuhle stamp of approval.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Very nice. Well, I think we've just about reached our time for this episode. I'd like to thank Ashhuhle again, and once again, you can check her out on Instagram as Ashhuhle. Would you like to spell it for everyone?
It is oh gosh. It is ASHHUHLEE.
Perfect. What about Facebook?
It's Facebook.com. You can look up the same. It should be Ashhuhle. I have 2 pages because Facebook doesn't like me. It won't let me change the first page I made. The first page is just Ashhuhle Cosplay, like my regular name, ASHLEY.
Mm-hmm.
Ashhuhle Cosplay. That's my one I post to all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes will post to Ashhuhle. I have a Twitter, but I don't use it, so I'm not going to give that out.
Gotcha.
If you find it, you find it, but don't really use it like
that. Yeah, I have the same. I need to get more into it, but I don't really comprehend tweeting about my daily activities. I haven't figured it out yet, the appeal. So
yeah, I've tweeted like some pictures, and like I feel like it's like good if you want to see like a lot of people tag like DreamWorks and whoever did the animation for the show they like, and they're cosplaying, and like it's good for people to see that. But other than that, I have no idea what's going on.
Me neither. That's I think we're just too old for that appeal as of
Yeah.
now. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again for taking the time to let me interview you and to speak about the whole cosplay community and everything else.
Well, thank you for asking me.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I will see you actually at the convention tomorrow, and that's it for this episode.
See ya.
See ya.